Welcome back. It is 9:37. You can see we're highlighting another week of Grandville Public Schools robotics program. Grandville High School's VEX robotic program is one of the most successful in the nation. And joining us are Zach Veld here. I should have asked the pronunciation of your guys' last names. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
A program alum and a robotics judge. We also have Chuck Amon, a top VEX referee, and as well as a parent. And student champions Paul Lever, Logan Schwandner, and Taylor Crawford. Thank you so much for being here. I know you guys are so impressive with what you guys do. We've talked to some of the elementary school folks, some of the middle school folks, and you guys really just like go all out with this stuff, and we love talking to you guys about it. Paul, I'm going to ask you about what you've been doing for robotics. I know that you're a champion. I know that you are very accomplished. Talk to me about just your experience and your journey to being a champion here.
Yeah, so I started all the way back in second grade with Junior Leg League.
Second grade.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. And you are a
Senior
this year. Wow. That is awesome. Oh, we actually have some video of you competing in this. I want to say this is the championship here. And this is pretty cool. So tell me all about what you guys are doing in this video. I know that this is, there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle.
So in the VEX game, there are two kind of periods. One is autonomous,
Okay.
which is the first 15 seconds, and that's you can't drive your robot, and you have to program it all to do what it needs to do. The second period is 1:45, and that's called driver control.
Okay.
The video showing now is the period for driver control, and right now we are scoring on the mobile goals and putting them in the corners to get more points.
Wow. Very interesting because there's a lot of skill involved. Not only like you guys build these robots, right?
Yeah.
And then you program them, and then you have to figure out how to win at these games.
Just incredible. I mean, what does it feel like to have won the state champion? And what was that process like getting there?
Well, honestly, it was when I won, it was so nerve-wracking. I was like,
Yeah.
there's no way I just did that. And the process, I have gone over to 9 other tournaments, 2 of them being in Ohio. And then in total, I played 92 matches.
Wow.
So talk about how competitive this is, because this is, I mean, extremely competitive. I would imagine it's very exclusive to certain districts as well. So can you talk about just how competitive this really is?
It's honestly really competitive. It's so much work to be done, and the skill level that you have honestly shows with each team. The better or the more skill that you have, the better you'll do.
And did I understand that you're also a team captain as well?
I am,
What
yes.
what are the leadership aspects that entails?
I just got to make sure the team's on track and basically manage the time well.
I was going to say, you guys seem like you're on track, so good for you.
Now, Logan, you're also a senior. You've ranked on some of the top teams in the world. Tell us a little bit about your key to success here.
For our team, what we found is it's just like the dedication. It's that the willingness to actually show up every day and put in the effort.
Yeah.
What we found a lot of is that anyone can be successful as long as you're willing to put in the work and learn what you need to learn to actually compete and communicate with these teams all over the world. And just have a good time.
Yeah, I think that's part of it too. You know, you have to make sure you're having a good time, but also you guys put the work in so you guys can have a good time. So I would imagine like when you get to a competition, it's just got to be fun for you guys because all the hard work's, I mean, it's not all the way done, but you guys are just kind of having fun at that point, it feel like.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's awesome too because we get to see like our work pay off, especially on the field.
Yeah.
As well as the community we've built with all these other teams, especially amongst ourselves, as we have 12 teams this year.
You guys get to travel so much, and here are some pictures from some of your competitions. I want to say this is the championship that we were taking a look at here. Taylor, you're a sophomore. Tell us about your favorite feature about your team's robot. So which one is it? Which one's your team?
This is my team.
Okay.
Okay.
So my favorite part about it is definitely like I love how our intake works, like our hooks and everything just works so smoothly. You get the game pieces straight up and where they need to be, and it's just a very smooth and clean process.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really cool. And you guys designed this, right?
Yes.
Okay, and what sort of things, what sort of thoughts and preparation goes into designing something like this?
Everything. So a lot of what happens is we start with our drivetrain. The base of the robot, what needs to happen, how fast we need to go, what gear ratio it needs to be.
Words that are all over my head, I'll be honest.
No, but next year, you're planning to lead a team. Are you feeling ready for that?
Yeah, I've been in this program for a while now, and I'm really excited to be able to teach people and tell them how this program works and show them how cool it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stepping into a leadership role like that has got to be fun, nerve-wracking, but also just, ready to tackle something that you love, right? I think
Yes.
that's so cool. Paul, you're on a different team, right? So talk to us about your robot. What have you made there, and what is its function that you guys have made it to do? Or is it kind of the same function here?
It's a little bit the same.
Okay.
A lot of the mechanisms that we have are the same, but just designed differently.
Okay, interesting. And so I would imagine the same thought process and design goes into something like that
Yeah.
as it did this?
Yes.
And how many people work on a team like that?
Most teams just have 3.
3? Okay, interesting. Everybody kind of contributing
Yeah.
their own things there.
But to be able to create and to be able to program something like this is almost like learning a foreign language, right? From my understanding.
I was going to say, for me, at least I can't speak for Sam, but it's got to be.
No, but any computer programming class that I took, I'm like, okay,
You took
can
computer
we
programming?
Oh, yes.
Wow,
Tanner.
okay.
But it's very challenging. I mean, you truly are learning like a secondary language.
Yeah.
How has that journey been? When did you guys start learning those things?
For me, I started programming in freshman year.
Okay.
Wow.
So more recently then.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then me and Paul are actually on a lot of elementary school teams together.
Yeah.
So I probably started in 4th grade, starting to learn from the basics.
Wow. So
Incredible.
how long would you say, I mean, you said you started in elementary school together. How long would you say you've been with some of the folks that you've worked with? I mean, like from elementary to now? I mean,
Now, we've been 8 years
Yeah.
strong.
8 years.
Yeah.
It's just incredible.
Yeah, most of the other kids, especially as we have other kids come into lower levels, we mentor them. So by the time they get to high school, we've already known them for 3 or 4 years already as well.
Very cool. Zach, let's talk to you. You were an alum of this program. You also serve as a judge advisor. We'll get to the judge advisor part in a second because I'm curious about what that entails. But as an alum, can you just talk about where you started in the program and how it's evolved over the years to where it's at now?
Yeah, so I started in 4th grade. When I started, actually, 4th grade, I believe, was the earliest you could start, and I found out about it in 3rd grade. So I was like, man, I got to wait a whole year to start playing with robots. But yeah, and then I was in the program, Lego League, and then I moved on to VEX in middle school, all the way through high school, FRC. But yeah, I mean, the programs changed so much too. Like when I started out, drones were like a brand new thing.
Okay.
So
when did you graduate?
I graduated in 17.
Okay.
So, and I've been involved with the program since I graduated. Yeah, it's been great. The program's just grown so much too.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And technology advances so much,
Yes,
on a
yep.
year-to-year basis, let alone,
Yep.
having to learn the different ways to actually advance
absolutely.
technology. It's a whole other step there. So as for the judge advisor, what all does that entail?
So what the judge advisor does is they coordinate all the judging for any, or typically all of the competitions in my case. So that involves getting the judges together, kind of distributing the teams amongst them. You pair up judges 2 at a time, and then you send them off, they interview the teams. And then at the end, deliberations. So you'll also help the judges kind of guide them along to figuring out what teams deserve what awards. And then training new judges too, which is a lot of fun. So that's one great thing about being a judge advisor. For me personally, versus being a judge, is I get to teach a lot of the time parents of the programs, either from Grandville or from other schools. I get to kind of teach them how this works, so they kind of get a better understanding of kind of the back end.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of attention with the robots and the students, but you don't always get to see the back end and why these awards are chosen, how that decision process actually works. And you get to see a lot of different robots from a lot of different teams. So you get to see a lot of Grandville teams, but you also get to see a lot of teams from all over West Michigan and sometimes all over the Midwest.
That's really cool. We only have a couple minutes left, so I want to make sure that we get a demonstration in here.
absolutely.
Which one are we going to put down on the ground and kind of roll around?
we can roll with this one.
Okay, all right,
Awesome.
sounds good. And while they're doing that, Chuck, I know you're a parent. You've got to be so proud of not only these kids, but also the entire program as well. It's very impressive. You also referee VEX matches. Can you talk about just like what you're looking for as a referee and how that works on your end of things, just so people at home get a good idea?
Yeah, so
started,
refereeing
yeah.
is kind of interesting. There's a whole rule book that we have to follow and basically line out. And so we're watching for any kind of infractions on the field while also trying to get them to be able to not violate those infractions,
Okay.
right? So we're looking for anything that rule-wise and
What about that? Was
guidebook-wise
that an
is good.
infraction right there?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
okay.
he's full
That's
of
not very-
infractions.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's really neat to watch these teams come to the field and try to figure out how to do better every event.
What do you think the biggest takeaway should be for any parents that want to get their children involved in robotics, or maybe somebody who is younger in this program who is like, you know what, I just don't know if this is for me, but I still kind of want to stick with it for a little bit? What do you think that biggest takeaway should be?
So the biggest takeaway for a parent is that I've got 2 boys in the high school events as well, and to watch them have situations that are very difficult. You work with teams, right? But not all your teams agree on how to do stuff. You work at events where you're really, sometimes you do great and sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
And being able to process through that and learn how to work with others and work with other teams, other schools, other states, all of those things are making them much better prepared for a world once they exit high school.
Well, not only that, they're learning so many different skills along
yes.
the way. I always go back to the skills because it's so cool to me, all of the things that they're learning just by doing
Incredible.
something like
And
this.
such young, bright, brilliant minds. I know I need one of these to pick up the dog toys around my house. That's what I keep thinking. Really fascinating stuff. You guys have an incredible program. We thank you from
Yeah.
all your youngins to now you all, the older
Yeah.
generations, for coming in and teaching us a little bit about this and inspiring people and future scientists along the way.
Yeah, really cool stuff. Thank you guys so much.
Excellent.